What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here with another Patreon request. This time we're taking a look at Benthic Realm. Now, this is a whole entire full set of performance. We're not going to look at the entire performance. However, my Patreon, he did point me in the direction of the song that he wanted me to hear. And the song that we're going to look at is the one that's called Don't Fall in Line. Okay. Now, I have heard of Benthic Realm sound before. As a matter of fact, this Patreon is the one who put me onto them, and I do like they sound. I think this is the first time of me hearing them perform live. So I believe we're gonna keep going until the end of the song. Sometimes it's obvious when it's the end of the song, but it's around the 18-minute mark. So, but you know how it is. If I'm jamming out, you might mess around and end up watching the whole thing. Anyways, let's go ahead and shut up and turn it up. Okay, hold on. Before we jump into that, I gotta talk about that intro, bro. It's so heavy, so just it's just dragging through the mud, kind of heavy. And I like to think that in synchronization with the drum, right? The kick, the bass, that doom, doom, that kind of adds to that heaviness, and it almost looks like they were plucking on the string, like heavy plucks, because I could hear a little bit of the string tone as well, you know, as they were plucking it. But all of that just comes together and it just gives us that really, really heavy thing. It's a really interesting intro, especially now that I'm hearing the voice, because now the voice is like all super high. I don't know. I guess I was expecting like coming in like, but it's that duality, right? That's just making me think about how heavy that intro was. And then we got a little bit of a melody right there, and I like to kind of think of that as kind of like the interlude to the vocals that we're about to listen to. So really, I love breakdowns, man. The heavier, the slower, the better. Get that stank face out of me. Okay, so I'm sitting here listening to it, and on the entire time on my phone, I was trying to make my way to the lyrics because it's kind of hard for me to understand. And is that a woman? I don't, and maybe it's been a while since I've looked at some Benthic Realm. I must have totally forgot that I don't know if she's the lead singer or not, but that is a woman singing. I thought the voice sounded a little bit too high. You know, sometimes guys do have a high voice, but that is a woman singing. So that's interesting. So I got the lyrics. Before I go into the lyrics, just talking about the tone of her voice and how it kind of just, it sounded like it ended on a minor, kind of escaped down to that doom air, and then we go back down to like the breakdown, but it's like sped up a little bit. I absolutely love that type of stuff because it's like you telling a story, went like super high, right? Not super high, but we more like a mellow tone, and the mellow's kind of like turned into despair as they go down into like the slightly sped up breakdown. So now when I got the lyrics right here, and I just want to go over it real quick. So let's see. We've turned a blind eye with these walls we live behind, fearing only for our safety. Others we're ready to leave behind. So it's almost kind of giving me like almost like self-interest, right? We turn a blind eye with these walls we live behind. So ignoring anything that's like harmful to like other people, and only looking out for our own self-interest. That's what I'm getting right there. Said others were ready to leave behind. Don't fall in line, question the right. So don't fall in line, right? Don't suck the sack. I like to use that term because I got it from like the Transformers movie. Don't suck the sack. Don't suck the media. Form your own thoughts. Form your own opinions. Be optimistic, because once you fall in line, you're pretty much just another autonomous drone, pretty much slaving away and doing exactly what they want you to do. And based off the first part of this lyrics, it's almost look after yourself and only yourself. Be greedy, that type of stuff. So, okay, that's what I got. Now the lyrics are pretty short actually. So what I'm going to do is we're going to look at the rest of these lyrics so I can enjoy the music. We wrap ourselves in a false security. We pull our shades down tight, leaving others to fight the fight. So this song is going to be more, it's definitely going to be more musically, right? Because the song apparently ends in about 4 minutes. So we're going to hear a lot more music. But it seems like the message of the song is pretty straightforward, right? Wrap ourselves in a false security. So pretty much wrap yourself around things that you believe and hold to be true, when really it's not. Pull our shades down tight. And that could be another like saying, when you say pull your shades, it's pretty much like closing your mind to anything that's open. Like when you pull the shades, you block the light from getting in, right? And that light can be something that's changing, like changing rays of sunlight that you don't pull down, and you're not allowing anything else to get in. Leaving others to fight the fight. So pretty much ignoring anything that's going out, just looking for your self-interest. You kind of like that type of dude that's like, well, it ain't my problem, so I ain't gonna worry about it. So, and then don't fall in line, question the right. So we went over the lyrics. Now let's listen to the music. Before we jump in. So I want to talk about the tone of the sound, right? Now that I've looked at the lyrics and I kind of got an understanding, we kind of think about this. It almost kind of sounds like a slave marching, right? With just how heavy it is and kind of like the cadence that it's got, like think about zombies just marching. That's pretty much what it is. You're a zombie. You ain't thinking for yourself. You're pretty much just going wherever the food is at, wherever there's the most juiciest stuff, and you're just looking out for yourselves. You're pretty much zombies. So this kind of got like a zombie cadence to it, right? And then the low growling of the note kind of gives that sense of like despair, right? Kind of like anger, like hopelessness and depression. That's the type of vibes that I'm getting from this. And it makes sense with what they're playing right there. The topic that they're talking about isn't necessarily happy, right? Self-interest. That's what it is. And when you have self-interest, you pretty much block everything out and you end up, could be a lonely life. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, you shutting out any other type of thoughts from getting in. So the tone is fitting. And also her vocals, especially that last bit, it almost sounded like she had a doubler over her vocals, but that sounded very interesting. I think there was it sounded like there was a double on her vocals. Like group singing. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. This seems like a really, really cool place to be to look at that performance. Is that it? I'm trying to figure out why they would put the kaleidoscope there. That's what it looked like, kaleidoscope, right? Where it's like the same pattern, but it's repeating over and over. And I guess when I sit here and I explain it to myself as to why they would use kaleidoscope, I mean, if you're looking at it, right, no matter where you look at, it's the same pattern, but it's like flipped in reverse. But no matter how you read it, it's going to have the same information, right? And giving the topic of what they were talking about, don't fall in line, it's almost kind of giving me the idea of why they would use a kaleidoscope is like, if for instance, don't fall in line. If we're going to take, for instance, the meaning of that would be not to suck the sack like the media, then I would think that the media is good at delivering the same news to you that will seem like it's different because it's been flipped, rotated and whatnot and presented to you, and you thinking that it's new. And that would be equivalent to looking into a kaleidoscope where it's the same pattern but flipped. Yo, you know what's funny is that probably has nothing to do with anything. It probably was just a random design choice, but that's what I chose to see in that. I like the breakdown. The breakdown at the end got even more heavier. The guitar low that she did, where she got that modulation, I believe that's what it's called, a modulation, kind of sounded like the descent into madness right there. Right, because I said if you're looking out for self-interest, it's your mental, right, relationship, everything takes a toll when you start falling in line. Also, this band, that's definitely like one of those fight the power kind of revolutionary songs that I can hear people playing while they if they ever do start fighting the power, you know what I mean? So this was pretty cool, man. Heavy breakdowns, very important message about not sucking the sack. How many times have I said that? We had very interesting guitar load that was playing that kind of gave me the representation of descending into madness. And then we had that kaleidoscope image at the end, which I already told you guys, same image, same message, just flipped around to make you believe that something's different. And in the end, you're looking at it like a moth to a flame, because you're like, oh snaps, that's really pretty, wow, but you've seen it 1,000 times. All right, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this video down in the comments. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.